Good morning, guys. How's everyone doing this morning? Let's see. What's up, Tuton? How are you doing today? Nice on the pre-market win, man. That almost one makes you put it away for the day. Too busy. Woo! Or at least that, or cycle through accounts. We're just trying to get our one good funded trade, and hopefully we can get that knocked out this morning and switch over to work on a few evals. I kind of like the move to the upside this morning. A lot of times, whenever we run this 4 hour candle pre market, we'll get the push up. Mm, I think if we can get above that previous day low from yesterday and back above the pivot in the 50, so I think maybe we blast up this morning. That's kind of what I'm going to look for. I'm not really sure what's down to the downside. I think I'm gonna still stick to 10 points just because it's been so whiskey whipping lately that I just don't want to get whipped out. And I figure even if I just take $60, I'd be okay with that. So just get the green and get out and just kind of start pecking away at the funded. The one funded, I got to start trading again. Let's see, 26,561. Or let's see. Am I missing something? Oh, yeah. 26,526. So we still need to make another $1,100 on that account. I think that's right. Yeah. I think you got to make 27,600 to get a payout, or 27,600. Yeah. So we still need another $1,000 on that account. That's that one I was, it just seemed like every time I took a trade, it was either a loss or break even. So I figured we just take a break from that account and just still focus on the other one. I want to go back to copy trading them eventually. That way we can kind of hit them up at the same time. I don't think we have any more news today. I think we did have the initial job claims this morning. We took some nice winners last night. We did have a loser that I was trying to for a second bounce right there at the end, that off that 30 level that we were playing off of last night. So, whew, let's see. Listen to a few things to listen to. Ooh, it's hard to get motivated after I stay up so late some nights, man. We ended up streaming for like almost 3.5 hours last night. Whew, I didn't realize it was that late last night until I looked at the time. I thought it was only like 9 o'clock my time, but when I looked at it, it was already like 10. So late night last night for myself. And it's also that end of the week. A lot of times by Thursday, guys, I'm like just so after just so much chart time for like 4 or 5 straight days. But like I said, I do like the move to the upside this morning. I think the fact that we ran this 4 hour candle, a lot of times it looks like we're making higher lows on your 1 hour charts from the previous 1 hour candles. Uh, Plus, we never could push that we have not yet to run those previous day highs up there at 540. So, and we tried so hard to get above those levels yesterday. We were just stuck in the 540s for 2 straight days trying to breach those highs, and we just have not got up there yet. So, I'm kind of wondering today's going to be that day where we get the big move to the upside. Full port Thursday. Sounds like that's what someone's doing over there, looking for $800. So we're already kind of pushing out of our 15-minute range. Uh, I've seen over the last few weeks this go either way. It seems like some of these days when we've been pushing out of our 15-minute range here from 9-9-15, it seems like we just explode to the upside. I feel like we have a nice clear shot up to the 240s with a few like resistance, which your resistance would probably be right there around the 200. And it looks like you have what, one, two, three, about 5 or 6 candles up there in that range. So I could see it maybe hitting the 200 with a little pullback. Then as it's crossing back over the 200, it seems like it would offer a nice trade there. And there's nothing in between the 200s to the 40s to stop us going up to the 40s. So let's see. I don't know why that was stuck. Is there anybody else here trading the opening, or does most of you guys kind of wait till after the 10 o'clock hour to trade the opening? What's up, Dylan? How are you doing today? You like to do the opening? Nice. Same here. I like to try to find that funded trade in the next, and like in that first like 5 to 10 minutes or 5 to 15 minutes is usually my favorite. Sometimes, depending on what that first 5 minute candle does, this thing's probably going to end up exploding here at the opening, and we're just going to have to sit here and watch it. That's usually what's been going on sometimes whenever we start printing outside of that 15 minutes. It's like, do you take the pre-market opening? I want to see it push up a little bit, then pull back into like the 125s, 130, then explode back out the top side. That's how I would like to see the move play out. There are higher time frames. So the bigger box to your left is your 4 hour candle, And the three smaller ones are your 1 hour candles. I mean, 1 hour candles, 1 hour, 1 hour candles. This allows me, because I trade on the 5 minutes, it allows me to see what the higher time frames are doing without looking at multiple charts. So, and I like to trade the opening. So I can't, it's happening so fast. I can't be looking at multiple charts while I trade in the opening. So I kind of like to look at one chart. And this way it tells me where the 4 hour previous low is on the candle, and the same with the 1 hours. And the smaller ones in the middle are your 15-minute candles. Okay, so you like to do the lower. Yeah, so I take all my trades on the 5 minute time frame. So as you can see, if you're looking at the higher time frame, we already ran the previous 4 hour candle. So a lot of times when we run that previous 4 hour candle, you'll get a move back to the top side, or even 50% of the candle, which is at 200. And you can see we're making higher lows or lower lows on the 1 hour candles. So you're kind of building up a nice little trend line here on the 1 hour candles. So I'll use the wood hours at 4 hours for targets. So wherever I enter, I'll try to like take my final profit at the high of the next 1 hour candle. Or like yesterday's trade, we targeted the 4 hour low. You like waiting, too busy? What time is it? We got 7 more minutes, guys. 7 more minutes. Ooh. I want to see it push back down to the 25 here, then come back out the top. I'm sorry. That's the word I'm thinking we're going to also this morning. Is I feel like we're going to be going to the upside. I feel like, if anything, we're running at least the 50% of the 4 hour candle sitting up there at 200. And that's pretty normal to run the 50% of the higher time candles. So I do like the move to the top side this morning. Now, if we catch it, that's another thing. It'll be nice if we can catch it right off the rip this morning and just be done with the funded account. But I know this price action whips pretty bad sometimes, and man, we got a little 2 day win streak going, so we kind of want to get back on the streak because we got away from that for a while where we're just kind of going back and forth for a little bit. Five minutes. 5 minutes. Kind of looking for a sweep of the lows first. Well, we did pull back 50% of the 15-minute candle. A lot of times, this is what you wait for at the beginning. And to me, this just looks so bullish. Got a really nice big 5 minute trend line going. The hourly candles are in a trend. We already ran the 4-hour low. Well, not the low, but the previous 4-hour candle. We already pulled back 50% into the 15-minute candle. If anything, we could hit the 60s, but we've already hit the 60s once. The safer play is waiting for the second, or wait for that first 5-minute candle to print. I like that setup too, where it pushes out the bottom of the 15 minutes and creates a big wick and it blasts out the other side. I like those type of moves too. That's probably one of my favorite setups in the morning time. Whenever you see it kind of run the previous hourly candle, push down, then wick back through. We've taken quite a few of those. What's up, Patty? How are you doing this morning? Two and a half minutes left, guys. 2.5 minutes. What's up, Dana? How are you doing today? Good morning, Michael. Minute 30 seconds left. We also have the midnight opener up there back at the 380s. Man, this thing looks like it's just priming to blast here. The blasts are usually those big moves to the upside are the hardest ones to catch. Whatever just goes straight up without any kind of like pullback. Those are usually the hardest ones. $30 seconds left. Ooh. See, that's what makes it tough, man. We already start blasting out of our 15 minutes here. That means this thing's like, it's probably just going to rocket ship on us, man. All we can do is sit here and watch. Three seconds. There's the pullback. All right, let's see. Let's see if it's going to blast back through. Or is this going to be a complete fake out back to the downside? Whoo. Wow, what a fake out that was. I'm thinking this is a fake out here. I feel like this is still a fake out. Those First 5 minute candles can be crazy fake out sometimes. Oh, you don't speak English, Patty? Dirty, dirty play that was. So I'm hoping this next candle will take us back out the top here. Still got 3 minutes left on this 5 minute candle, guys. There's your 50% pullback. Still just kind of being patient here, guys. Just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with their next 5 minute candle. I don't even think I have any levels marked out to the downside, guys. Oh, nice. Uh, so, guys, we're still just kind of sitting on the sidelines. We're just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with this next 5 minute candle. Oh, so much trickery this morning. So much trickery. 30 seconds. 10 seconds. That's an ugly 5 minute candle, guys, when half the candle is a 50% wick. That's not a good candle to enter on. At least I don't like entering those type of candles. So far, guys, very mild open. Right now, like all of my EMAs are just kind of smashed together on my Rico candles, and usually Rico's candles usually give you a good idea kind of what trend is. And right now we're just flat. Good morning, sir. You slept a lot. Nothing wrong with that. You're not missing nothing this first thing this morning. Good morning, Clarity. How are you doing? No trades from me yet this morning, guys. I wasn't a fan of this big 5 minute candle where it was all wick, and we're still having a hard time pushing down. I hope so. $50 on an eval. Yeah. We're looking for a trade right now. It's just the market's just very choppy right now. It just did not offer any opportunity for like no kind of breakout this morning. So right now we're just kind of chopping with inside of our 15 minutes. This is a futures contracts on the Nasdaq or micros. I'm trading micros, so it's MNQ is the can't think of the correct name for that, but if you're looking it up on your charts, you would just type in MNQ. I couldn't say because I have no experience with options, so I've never even looked at options besides selling calls. Probably about 4 or 5 years ago. Pattern is MNQ, so it's the micros of the Nasdaq. We're mainly trading on 25K accounts and 50 or so basically you get $1,500 in drawdown or $2,500 in drawdown. So we can't really risk a mini. A mini will just wreck our accounts. If we got, if we took a bad trade. Yeah, so I use micros to trade. I mean, I've already got a really nice buffer in my 50K. We're up, what, 2,800? So we only need another $800 for another payout and 1,100 on another. This 5 minute candle is looking a little better. Kind of want to see this area hold if we're going to move back down. think we reverse back up? I didn't know if we'd make a run to the 50s here. If 05, if we lose 05, it's probably going back up. But if 05 holds here, you want to see the old 5 hold for the shorts. Either that or we need to push all the way back up to 130. Taking way too long here. That was your 15-minute retest there at the 110s. Oh, we lost over 50%. Got a minute left on this next candle here. Oh, that what you mean by going down? Yeah, the manipulation to the downside first. Yeah, this is about to break out the other side of the 15 minutes too. 35 seconds left. $20 seconds left. I couldn't get my freaking stop loss put in there in time. May get stopped out here on my runner. Son of a bee. Ah, damn it. Might just gave up our profits here. Yeah, we did. I can see it. God damn it. Freaking A. Oh, come on. That's dirty. Uh. Kind of took our profits away on that one. What's up, fish lips? Oh, that's so dirty. Man, that should have been a banger's trade. I freaking jacked that up. Mm. There's your 200. Yeah, I saw you made payout on that one last night. That's pretty good. Nasty dump that was. Darn it, darn it, darn it. I wish I'd have had my 30 point set. That would have been, I did not have my freaking contract set. Safer play would just kind of be waiting to see what happens above the 200 here. I'm annoyed by that. Like I said, the safer entry would be a way for us to kind of push above the 200, push back down to the 90, then come back up through the 90. I mean the 200. Whew. That was almost a big mistake. Oh, oh, that was almost a huge mistake. Huge mistake. Oh my God. What the hell? I can't believe that just happened. So I did take that long, guys. Huge, almost made a very, very big mistake. Very big mistake. Whew. I'm so glad it worked. Big mistake. Big mistake. I thought I was going in on 4 micros. I didn't realize my chart was on the minis over here. Whew. Oh my goodness. That almost been very, very disastrous. Now, only good news from the mistake, we made $543 from it. So good and bad. So we'll take it. Let me change this because we do not want to make that. I don't even know why that's on there. Oh, oh my goodness. So I retook that long as we popped back above the 200, and we were looking for the 30 here. But I didn't realize I was on minis when we took that. Oh my goodness. Man, I could have just easily F my funded account that I've had so much work in. Oh goodness. I know. That's what I feel like. That is like the worst mistake ever when you do that. Guys, nice if you held that all the way from the bottom, dude. I paper handed the. So what happened is when I took that long while ago, I didn't have my 30 point set. So when I got long at around the 60, when we broke this right here, I was only looking for a 90 push. And the time I got my order down, it had already pushed back. So we paper handed the crap out of that first trade down there. But that was definitely your setup here. Anytime that you see this 15-minute candle get manipulated like that, when it breaks back out the other side with a nice little 5-minute print with a wick back into it, that is such a nice area to take a long. Like, once I saw that happening, I was like, man, we're going to be long all the way. It's just I effed it up. Whew, sweaty. The only good news about that, I only need $250 away from another payout. Because that accidental trade put me at 53,346. And like I said, I was only looking to try to make $100, $120. So very, very lucky, fortunate there. And we pushed up to about where we thought we would if we were going to push up, is that pivot there. That 430s. Remember last night, guys, I was taking longs off that 30 level. That's back into that support area that I was trading off last night. What's up, Solo? How are you doing today? Ooh, that means if we can just have a couple more good wins this week with that account, dude, we might actually. Well, no, that's one more day, so I would need at least 2 days to get $250. So maybe by next Tuesday. So maybe. Oh, straight luck, Solo. Straight luck, dude. I'm not taking credit for a lucky trade. Like I said, I don't ever trade minis on my fundeds. That was supposed to have been 4 micros. But see, man, that could have just wrecked the account that I have so much time in it. Because that was the account that I took $1,000 payout with last month. But I don't know if we'll be able to get a payout this month. But hopefully, if I'm hoping April to at least get 1 or 2 payouts with these Abuli accounts. Negative on the minis. Oof. Scary. What a bounce off that pivot range up there, guys. All right, let me get off the fundeds. We don't want to make that mistake again. And do we get another play back above the 200 here? What a nasty wick that was. Mm. Oh, wow. Look at this thing rip, guys. Dude, if we explode this 240 up here, man, I don't see how we don't make it up to 287 here. That is a really nasty, nasty wick here. Woo, what's up, Sam? How are you doing? I don't like the longs unless we're back above the 230s, 240s here. Yeah, that was a nasty big wick. Now, none of the only setup that we've had, guys, was this play here. I feel like that was probably the best setup of the day. If you were looking for a trade, the manipulation out the bottom of the 15 minutes, where it comes back up through, prints barely above our 15-minute candle, which is the 9 to 9 15-minute candle, and the very next candle wicks into it, and you're looking for 10 or 15 to 30 points. So I would have actually been done on that trade if I had my take profit set, because usually on my runner, I'm looking for 30 points. $30 to 50. I wish I could bang off some more 50-point trades. You know what happens to me whenever I try those 50-point trades? I I'll let it get up to 50 and it'll come back and stop me out because I'm sitting there holding it for a long time. Uh 2.5 years consistently. But like the first 6 months or so, I did just like one day a week. because I was working during the daytime. It kind of took me a minute to get my schedule worked out where I can trade every day. I just had to get a lot of my bills under control, like, get it where I don't have like right now I have no car payment, you know. I mean, I guess we do have a car payment, but I guess the wife takes care of the car, her car. My car, the cars that I drive are paid off. I don't have a mortgage because I own multiple homes, so my one home pays for the house I live in. So the only thing I have is taxes and insurance. So just my bills are low at this point in my life. Mostly all my bills are freaking insurance. I probably pay more in property taxes and insurance and medical insurance. Those are like my most expensive stuff at this point in my life. And that's because neither me or my wife work for a company. So like we're both kind of like into self-employed type workers where like we have a hair salon business. So and my wife just works independent and she'll rent out booths and stuff to help cover her fees there. But but we have to buy our insurance like, through the marketplace, and they just charge you based on how much you make. So it varies from year to year, it seems like. Some years are more expensive than others. For anybody that has ever had to do the whatever marketplace insurance. Or if you say you're going to make an amount, then at the end of the year, once they see how much you made, most of the time you always end up paying it back. Always. If you get any kind of like tax credits throughout the year. I guess it varies for everybody. Anybody that uses marketplace insurance, if you're self-employed. Yeah, this is the 5 minutes. So what we got here is this little gold pocket you see. This is a 15-minute candle. This is a 15-minute candle. And these are your hourly candles. So to me, this looks like almost like a bull flag. If this 5 minute candle prints red, that would be almost like a little three candle bull flag for the 5 minutes. But it took us a while to get through those 30s last night. So I'm assuming it's probably going to take us a while to get through the 40s. What did Methodical Man do? He sounded like he's going to get my face ripped off. I lost him. Price off in Long's position at the 958 candle. I mean, this is like a little two flag bear flag, a bull flag. The only thing I don't like about it is we're heading into a pivot there. And I try not to take trades into pivots. See, there's another 40 bounce. Like I said, it took us a lot to get through the 30s and 40s last night. You told me to re-enter. We're in no hurry to enter our second one. We're waiting to get out of this consolidation zone. I won't long into the pivot. That's what I want to see if we can print above this pivot at the 40s and look for that previous day low up there at the 87s. Are you in a position right now, ultrasound? Yeah, we're below the previous day low, sitting up there at 287. You're in some minis. Ooh, the pivot paid nicely there. It almost looks like we have equal lows sitting down there at the 26,075s. We try not to do no minis over here, man. We try to strictly just do micros. If I do minis, it's usually on a eval, or if I do it on a funded, that's strictly a mistake. We don't ever take minis. Nice on one more trade to the payout. Nick, did you take the long right here? Did you take that long at the 50 on the wick into the pivot? That was the setup this morning. If you took that one, I know you've been taking those pivot trades, so I didn't know if you took that one or not. That one was beautiful. Oh no, okay, so you made your $200 last night. Nice. Woohoo! That means you got some more eval money, Nick. Got the splurge on one or two evals. Oh, you have a nice buffer already too? Heck yeah. Maybe buy one eval. Maybe just do one and work on your second one again. Nice. I'm glad you got a. Oh, wait, you need one more to pay out. Oh, shoot. I misread your thing. I thought you said you got two pay out. Fish Lips took a nice payout yesterday. Did you see in the Discord? He made it by 26 cents. Maybe I'll get the payout with you. I need $250 more for a payout. Oh, one more day. So you need to make another $100 trade to get that payout. Is that like the elusive $100 a day thing? Check on oil. Right now it looks like we're creating a swing on oil. I don't ever watch oil. Oh, okay. So it's 150 on the 50Ks. Okay. So okay, so you're saying if the let's see, we'll watch oil. See what we get. So the one on the right is the oil. The ones on the left is the MNQ. I don't even know what that is. All right. I'm still looking for a possible trade setup. So is that usually what you do? Ultrasound with the gold, not gold, but what do you want to call it? Oil. Man, the only thing I don't like about this long is the fact that we had this big wick up there. Now, if this wasn't a big wick here, I would probably take this all day. I like taking these 3 5-minute candles where we get the breakout on the fourth one. But the fact that we have this big wick here, it makes it very difficult to take that. Mm. Yeah, when you're buying expensive evals, man, those things add up quick. That's why usually whenever I got expensive evals, man, I treat them like funded accounts. So far, guys, just kind of sitting on the sidelines. Do we finally get through the 40s here? If we get through the 40s, we should get a push. I'm hoping up to 87. It says it's got me humbled. I like to see it print right above this 40 here on the 5-minute charts where the second candle wicks back into it and we start breaking the 50. But we still got 3.5 more minutes left on this candle. Oh, you think it's going to sweep so fast that you're not going to be able to grab it? Yeah, I hate when that happens. It don't really give you the opportunities to jump in. Oh, goodness. Oh, okay. So you do it on the 2 minutes? I mean, the 1 minute. I used to trade the 1 minutes all the time. Too busy. But man, I used to just take way too many trades. I would just find myself jumping into a lot of unnecessary trades of fake breakouts whenever I traded the 1 minutes. I feel like I do so much more better on the 5-minute charts because it kind of makes me like wait. Because I try not to buy breakout candles a lot of times on the 5 minutes. So it makes me wait 5 minutes before we can take a trade or, 5 minutes to 5 minutes. I traded the 1 minute for quite a while, pretty consistent. I got so used to trading the 1 minutes that if I tried to trade something else, it just looked weird. Okay, so you're just taking your trades on the 1 minutes, but you're watching the 5, the 15, and the 4 hour. Okay. That makes plenty of sense. I like to watch the higher time frames too. Like this is the top of our current 4 hour candle right here. That's what these boxes are. Too busy. So this is your next 4 hour high up here on its candle. Then your next one is way up there at 422. That's what these little squares are. So it allows me to watch the higher time frame without changing my charts. So this is a 4 hour candle. This is a 1 hour candle, 1 hour candle, 1 hour candle. The 4 1 hour candles make your 4 hour low and high. So you know your previous 4 hour low is here, and your current 4 hour high is right here. So like the trade this morning, the one that we took the long on, we waited till we breached the previous hourly candle. This was where you see this 5 minute candle just kind of picky booed, and then we wait for a wick back into it. And that's where we took our long, even though we kind of paper handed the crap out of this trade. I should have had my complete 30 points on that trade because I got my 15 points, and I just did not have my ATM strategy set up to get that 30. Oil went down. See, right now we're at the previous day low on the ES. I guess that's why we're having such a hard time moving up. Is that we're at the previous day low on the ES at 66.16. Is there anybody holding a position right now? Is anybody in a trade? Just if you feel like sharing. You missed that pivot bounce. Oh, you didn't have an account to trade. Okay, yeah, because that's right. You said you took it last night, and it really don't do you any good since you got to make what if you got your $150 last night, so you got to wait till tomorrow to get your $150 trade to count. Let me see the time. I mean, there's a point of the morning where I usually just don't even look for funded trades, and usually I try not to go any more like an hour outside. About this time of the morning, usually I'm switching over to evals. But we were trying to find one more funded trade if we could get back above the 40s here. Oh my goodness. Excuse me, guys. You're on a paper trade. Now, is that a sim account paper trade or a valuation paper trade? So, like on Bulinox, so an evaluation is something that you have to pay for. You know, that's like an eval, but at the end of the day, it's still kind of paper trading. Like you have to pass an evaluation to get to your fundeds. Or, okay, so it's a sim account. Sim account paper trade. Simulation, I guess, is what I guess they would call it, but I guess it's abbreviated down to sim. So most people go from sim account, they'll trade sim account, yeah, simulation account. They'll trade that for a while till they get like a strategy built up or comfortable just pushing the button. And then they'll go over to a prop firm. Or, I don't ever recommend using your real money. I would just recommend going to like Beulah Knox since it's your first time, or Apex, and spend what, 15 to 20 bucks on an evaluation. If you do want to do the evaluation, that would be the next price up. And then once you get comfortable with trading evaluations, if you pass it, that's where it gets a little bit more expensive on the funded side. But if you get to the point where you're okay at passing evals, they do have some companies that are all in more cheaper to trade. So they're more upfront, where like the accounts that I'm trading right here, they're cheap up front, but more on the back end. And the reason why I choose those is because I'm streaming, so most of the time I'm over trading a lot just because I'm sitting here in front of the charts. That's the only downside to streaming a lot. And some days I'm sitting here streaming for like 5 or 6 hours, and there's just no way for me to sit here and take funded trades all day because you would just jack up your fundeds. I try to only take 1 or 2 funded trades a day. So that's usually kind of my cutoff with the fundeds. And then I'll switch over to an evaluation account. I don't ever do sim accounts. I think if I do a sim account, it would probably be on oil or gold or something that I'm not used to trading. But I have started taking gold trades in the evening with a methodical. I think he said he was 7 for 7 last night on gold trades. I think I took I want to say I took 2 gold trades last night. So we're kind of building up a nice little wedge here for anybody that likes to draw trend lines. This would be like a trend line wedge. You know, those imaginary lines that the market seems to hold. So this would be kind of like a wedge where, usually on these wedge, the first way out of this wedge is usually the fake out, and then it ends up going out the other side. So who's going to win the wedge? I guess that's if you like to, draw trend lines. A lot of people trades off trend lines. I do like taking trend line breakouts and stuff with my like evals. We don't usually do it too often with fundeds. For funded accounts, I'm always looking for like these big, like bullish or bearish 5-minute candles. And I'm looking for like a very slightly pullback. So a lot of times I'll pull fib on these 5-minute candles like this. And most of the time, that's the wrong way. Most of the time, if you're 38 to 20% of that candle holds, we're going to continue higher. So this one didn't even pull back to the 20%. So you got more like a 10% pullback on this 5-minute candle before it just basically shot up almost 80, 90 points. Oh, wait a minute. I did that wrong. Let me push. Okay, so it got back to about the 20% of this 5-minute candle. And that's usually a very, very good indicator that wherever way it's going, the bulls or bears are going to stay in control. So like if I had pulled fib, let's just say on this 5-minute candle, as you can see, this thing pretty much broke over 100% of that candle. So I would have took this trade if the pullback was probably no more than 20 to 40% of this previous candle. So we always kind of wait for those next 5-minute. I like to see wicks into support. If now every now and then I'll look for the higher time frame wicks. If I was going to trade off wicks, it would have to be like the 1 hour chart or a bunch of like 5-minute like, 5 or 10 5 minute candles kind of bunched up, then that would be a nice kind of consolidation wick test. Oh yeah, I did. Let's see. I did it by mistake with 4 minis. Ooh. Send a text there. It's so true. Oh yeah, so true. This is like the worst, guys. Whenever we get this big movement early in the morning, then the rest of the hours just can straight trade sideways. We're in our big old idiot box. For anybody that likes to trade the. Oh goodness. Don't do trend lines with wigs. No, I wasn't going to be taking anything like that. I was just kind of showing the wedge there, ultrasound. We're not taking any of this stuff. I don't like the longs unless we get back above 40s. If you remember, I don't know if you were here last night, but I took a couple. We had some really good bounces out of the 30s last night. So basically, it's taking just as long to get through the 30s here. So we'll have to get through the 40s if we want to look for a long. I wouldn't mind seeing us run these equal highs back down at the 2460s. I mean, does that not look like equal lows down here? And it just seems like the market always likes to run the equal lows. I mean, if it's not equal lows, it's really close. It looks like maybe this wick's just a hair past this one here. Is there anybody here that's a range trader where you're just trading the range? Like, you're taking shorts here, longs here, shorts here. Does anybody do anything like that? It is 9:30 a.m. So I'm in Central Time. You're in that Belgium? Is that what is that, like 6 or 7 hours ahead of us? Okay, yeah, 6 hours. So are you up over nighttime ultrasound trading the London session? Or do you just wait for the New York opener? Okay. You wait for London. If I could get up in the middle of the night, I wouldn't mind doing the London, but man, I just cannot. I would have a hard time waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, my time, to trade London. That's why usually I'll do the evening times in the Asia market. Asia's been having really nice movement lately. I feel like Tokyo hasn't been that bad. Yeah, this sucks that we're just kind of chopping around. I'm going to wait for us to get on one side of the pivot. So either we need to break back below the 140s or we need to get back above the 240s here. So I don't know if we'll do another funded trade. I just feel like it's chopping. I may try to a eval trade on my Lucif account. We didn't take a Lucif trade yesterday, so maybe the next entry we can try a Lucif trade. Is anybody in a position now? Is anybody shorting or longing here? What are you guys maybe looking for? Or is anybody trading the chop? Or is someone getting chopped up? Maybe you thought we were going to break out, you entered and you're still holding. You're hedging. Where's your two entries at ultrasound? You're looking for a short. What level of short are you looking for? Are you looking for us back below the 15 minutes or back below the 40s? The 50 minutes? Or is that like the 50 EMA or are you looking oh back below the 50s? Okay. Have we had any? Yeah, we've had some inside bars already. No, no, we have not had inside. Did we? Let's see. Okay, I think okay, this was an inside bar here. Nick, I'm $15 in the red from last night. Remember that gold trade that I took on the elusive account last night because I didn't know if you could trade gold with elusive. I'm still $15 in the red from last night. I checked Trade of Eight. That is well, this is a trade. Those are both of those accounts that I just pulled over. Those are both Tradeovate accounts. I'm just logged into Ninja with them. So this is the My Funded Futures and Lucive evals. Those are both Tradeovate accounts. I'm just logged into Ninja. So if you want to, if you use Tradeovate and you want to use Ninja, so all you have to do is just go down to configurations, select what is that called? Ninja Trader. Yep, just select Ninja Trader and take your Tradeovate account and just put in username password, and it'll allow you to use Ninja with your Tradeovate accounts. And the reason I do it this way is because you're only allowed to have one Ripnik account, I guess, unless you pay for it. So this way, I can be logged into my Bulanox accounts plus Lucive account plus my Funded Future accounts and Apex accounts or whatever you're using. So that's why we set those up like that. Then this way it also allows you to copy trade, I guess, if you're into copy trading. So yeah, you can always copy trade too across the platforms. Woo, this thing's ooh, 1 minute. Holy. Oh, look at that dirty fake out, man. That was so dirty. You know someone jumped into that breakout. That is how the NQ has been lately. Man, these fake breakouts are just asinine. Woo. Oh, that was so dirty. Oh, so dirty NQ. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Hmm. What a trap. I don't blame you on that one, Jay Gilbert. That was just that was just straight nasty, man. To go up what to 225 and come back down freaking 60 points. That is just so dirty. I swear the manipulation in the NQ lately has just been unreal. This is one thing the 5 minute saves me from. This is why I try not to buy those breakout 5 minute candles. It's so dirty. Because someone jumped in with a mini as soon as that thing popped the 200. Then that thing just did a quick 180 and flipped back around, and you're holding a mini or two. Oh, that's crazy. You shorted the 220 on that one? Heck yeah, ultrasound. Oh, that's pretty good. Yep, blown accounts. Okay, nice. Good thing it was only the one micro. Yeah, micro, you can definitely survive the micro. We gotta get off. Dude, we haven't taken one eval trade yet today. Got 40 seconds for this next 5-minute candle. Ten seconds left. Four seconds left. I want to jump in short, but man, I was hoping for a pullback here. I feel like I'd get trapped if I try to jump in the short right here. Okay. Now, this is eval only, guys. I was hoping that would be instant once it popped. First target. We could bounce here, though. That's the only thing. I may even re-enter because this thing could push back up to the 25s. We'll just risk 10 points of the profits then. Because this could come back up to the 25s. Okay, we survived it, I think. Flush. Actually, I'm going to choose 75. Oh, come on. Kind of bouncing. We hit the whole number there. If this pulls back up and retests that pivot, we will enter again if it comes back down. Oh, shoot. This is just an eval. The pivot's kind of my line in the sand there. This is eval only, guys, too. Remember that. First target. Oh, can we not push through? You're looking for the 81. Flush. Oh, come on. We lose those 90s. We're getting there. Come on, dirty girl. I heard. No, we were short. Runners keep getting stopped out. 90. Oh, that was Asia's low at the 296. I didn't even have that marked out. I still like to move to the downside here. Just oh, come on, this thing is just chopping. I was hoping the move would have been a little bit more faster. They're trying to really not let it go up. I wouldn't even mind to see it retest this pivot up here, but I don't know if we get back up there. Mm. Oh, wouldn't let me put in the order. We're hoping we get a flush at least a 75 before it pulls back here. Here's the first target. We're stopped at the 75. Get through the 75. Okay. I wasn't gonna be a stickler for a few more points to make $100. Huh. Goodness, I had to enter that thing like 3 times. You're probably gonna get a pullback, the 75 back up to the hundreds. I feel like it's going to continue down to at least the 60s or 50s here. There's your 75 hit. Usually, if you hit 75, I anticipate it pull back into the 80s to even the 90s here. Yeah, manipulation. Here comes that low. This is the trade that we're looking for the whole time at this low. Without, now it's going to give the nasty the dump. Oh, that's so dirty. Paper hand at its finest, guys. That's what you call paper hand at its finest there. The diamond hands were crumbling under the pressure. This last couple of day, man, the whipsawing has really like messed with me holding trades. Like we've been just whipping and wicking so bad that it's just so hard to hold these trades with deep pullbacks. It's like, why couldn't we hold that stuff from the 20s, man? The 20s was your like best entry. You said the 8 minute for a 1 hour candle will be going up. Look at fish lips long from 25. I'm reading it right now, fish lips. You just knocked out what 50 points on that trade, fish lips. You were long from the 25. What did this thing hit? Oh, it didn't hit the 25. It hit the 32. So you were what? You had an order probably sitting at 50. 4 level long. Okay, so you went long at 75, 50. Then your order down there at the 25 didn't get filled. Okay, so that puts your average at what, 65, 62? Nice ultrasound. Nice for anybody that didn't paper hand that. Hoping for a slingshot. Uh, like I said, we just traded a few micros. We're up $96 after fees on the elusive. So we still need about $450 more to pass our elusive eval here to get our elusive funded back. And if we take a trade here, that's going to be on the My Funded Futures account. Sounds good, Ultrasound. Glad you had a good trading session today. I feel like we were super, super patient on the fundeds today. So you definitely could have got the nice funded trade. The funded trade waiting on the what, third candle. So the funded paid trade paid nicely today. And I just paper handed the crap out of this short right here. I don't like the longs unless we get back above the 140s. Dude, this is almost a 100-point reversal off 31, 70 points. Let's see what time it is. 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, guys. Perfect timing to be done with the evals and fundeds. Full port. Doggo man's over full porting. No, insane. I think you at least get that 3. When was your first entry, Fish Lips? Were you long from 25? So did you do 25, 175, and 50? Guys, we only got a few more minutes before we got to head over to get set up for My Funded Futures for anybody that wants to join us today. I don't know if someone's banging on my front door. For some reason, the dog is barking. Very, very possibility. Oh, dude. Let me in, fool. Come on, man. You didn't drive no 12, 13 hours to get here. Or fly. Dude, I never answer my door. There's nobody that knows me that knocks on my door. Everybody that knows me, man, they just walk in. So if you're knocking on my door, that just means I don't know you. And you're probably knocking at the wrong door. Where's Funded Futures? My Funded Futures? This is just another YouTube channel. Jay Gilbert. Most middle of the day knocking, most of the time that's just like, churches and stuff like that. People going out, asking people to attend their church. We get those quite a bit over here from just different religions. I'll check it out. Oh, you're welcome, Gilbert. Thank you. Yeah, it'll be me and Methodical Man for 1 hour from 11:30 to 12:30 Eastern time. What play did you lose your funded accounts on this morning? Yikes trade. Was it during all that choppy mess up there at the top between the 240s and 160s? So good job today for if you guys didn't paper hand none of the positions. We had two good long setups. The long setup was here once we broke above all the supports. And the other one was here is once we kind of had this wig back into the pivot here, back into the support on the backside. So those should have been your two entries today. Unfortunately, we ended up paper handing this one, so we did a horrible job with that one. But thank you guys for watching. I was going to take a quick break, and we will be on My Funded Futures in about 20 minutes for anybody that wants to join me and Methodical Man for 1 hour of possible chaos, some degening maybe. Thank you guys.